It is time for making another script. This one will be called score and it will be attached to coins object we just made. It will read as follows. So this is a script for coin. Using Unity Engine, using system.collections, using Unity Engine.ui, public class for mono behavior, text coins, private player, use this for initialization, void start, coins is equal to get component text, player is equal to find object of type player, void update, coins dot text is equal to coins plus player dot coins. Notice the line that says using Unity Engine.ui. This basically tells Unity that we are referring to an additional class in order to gain more options to code with. The rest of the script is hopefully self-explanatory. All we are doing is repeatedly updating the text, which is type of string variable, to read coins, and then the player.coins integer. Adding this as a component to the coins text object, and you should now find that the game lets you know how many coins Kevin has collected as he goes about his adventures. So now we have added successfully the script of coins. Now adding a sound effect. As we have done all that, we may as well as finish the job and add a little sound effect to play as we are collecting coins. Fortunately, that is rather easy to do. You will of course need a file that you can use for your sounds, which you can get from the resources included with this book or make it yourself. And as you probably expect, so you can create we can create our own sounds actually also. And as you probably expect, you will want to add this to your new folder called audio, my audio file. I named it as a blink.wav. So we can use any audio file. For example, if a coin is falling, so it make noise, so we can record that audio and we can add for collecting coin. Now add a public audio source blink to your collect coin script, and just above player coins plus plus add a line that reads blink.play. What I have seen a lot of people do is add the audio file to empty collectibles game object that is a parent of coin object, and then drag it into the box in the inspector. Make sure to untick play on awake. Unfortunately, you need to do this for the in-game instances of the objects, not the prefab. There are other ways of doing this, but for now it will play a sound every time you pick up a coin. Some advanced theory, classes, objects and methods. Oh my, just what is an object? You may have noticed that I refer to pretty much everything in Unity as game object. That is because an object can also refer to a type of data in a programming language. One of the other things that makes Unity so powerful and convenient is the fact that it uses object-oriented programming (OOP). Objective versus imperative versus functional. Imperative meant that everything you wrote was sequential and you would write statements in order that they were to be executed at runtime. The computer would read your code just as you would read an essay from top to bottom. The only exception was when you used the command goto, which would send the interpreter backwards or forward to specific line number in code.